All right, so diving into the Baltic box itself, it's a pretty basic looking box here, but it's very classy looking. We are greeted with a Baltic embossed envelope here with a old school seal using string. In there we have the FKM Tropic style rubber strap that you'll commonly see this watch advertised on. And we also have a quick adjust tool for the clasp, I assume. And this might have drilled lugs, so it could also be for that as well. Inside the main portion of the box here, we have a cork lid. This says Baltic as well. And then underneath that, we have a manual that shows some settings and history of Baltic. Underneath that, we've got an international warranty card. And we have a time grapher reading of this watch. And we also have some additional links there, which is interesting because I don't remember giving them a wrist size or anything for them to pre-size the bracelet. So I'm not sure why there's already links removed, but it was really nice to see that time grapher reading there. Taking the lid off of this cork box, it opens kind of like so. And this is my first time seeing the watch. We've got the Hermétique from Baltic here. Hermétique being a French word for hermetic, which is like airtight or hermetically sealed is another way that you'll hear that word used. Really nice first impressions on this watch so far. This beads of rice bracelet is really, really cool. Let's get this off of the pillow here, and I'll see if I can take some plastic off and show you how it wears on me. This is a 37 millimeter case diameter with a 46 millimeter lug to lug, 10.8 millimeters thick, and that is actually 8.3 millimeters if you don't include the crystal. The lug width itself is 20 millimeters, and this is a double dome sapphire with internal AR coating. Matte blue dial finish, Miyota 9039 inside, power reserve of 42 hours, and of course that water resistance of 150 meters. Taking a closer look here at the Baltic Hermétique, we'll start with the face of the watch. The Baltic logo is there right under the 12 with the words Hermétique and 150 meters for the water resistance there. This blue dial is a really deep blue. It's a very attractive, kind of like a navy blue. We have these super indexes from Baltic, which are 0.5 millimeter thick BGW9 Superluminova applied lume blocks. So every hour marker, as well as the numerals themselves and this outer dot on the outside edge of the numerals, is all applied BGW9 Superluminova, which is really cool. Case shape itself is a very nice field watch aesthetic. Of course, we have that Explorer style dial to go along with that. Integrated crown here on the right side on the 3 o'clock. This allows you to wind it while it's shut, and then a fingernail underneath allows you to open it up and set the time. Ease of use is easy, in my opinion. I know that some people online seem to have issues with that integrated crown, but so far it has not been an issue for me at all. I don't have very long nails, so I don't think you'll have any issues there. This integrated crown will allow you to wear it on either your right or your left wrist. Anytime you have a watch with a crown, it could dig into your wrist when you're doing things, so it's never been a problem for me on any of my watches, but if it's a concern for you, just know that this is a ambidextrous type of watch. You can wear this on either wrist, so it should suit everyone's needs there. Overall appearances of the watch, I'd say, are excellent so far. The finishing seems really nice. We have this high polished bezel with this brushed finish case. Really nice field watch look overall. Beads of rice is kind of a surprise. I was surprised to see it as an option in the first place, but I really like it. We have these individual beads that give really nice articulation here. High polished center with the brushed outer edges here. The only other beads of rice bracelet that I have in the collection is a Doxa dive watch, which is why I said I was kind of surprised to see it on a field watch. I've only ever seen them on dive watches primarily. But Baltic kind of does this thing where they make very like old school vintage looking designs, but they kind of modernize them in their own way. Every Baltic watch seems to be a little bit unique, and I think this is one of the ways that they do that, is just add little touches like this. Overall, it seems like a really nice high quality bracelet. We do have quick release spring bars here on the end links. Going to the clasp, we have a milled scissor clasp here with a nice double pusher, and we've got looks to be 6 points of micro adjustment, which is really cool. The bracelet itself uses screw pins, so you remove those with a flathead. It should be really easy to size. All right, let's do a little bit of a wrist roll here with the Baltic Hermétique on this beads of rice bracelet. And because it does have that integrated crown and it is ambidextrous, I threw it on my right wrist. It is not sized, so it is a little bit loose. My right wrist is 18 centimeters or 7 inches. And this is a 37 millimeter case diameter and a 46 millimeter lug to lug. So you can see how it wears on me. I really like the look of this a lot, to be honest with you. I think it wears really nicely on me. And some people would snub their nose at 37 millimeters, thinking it's too small, but I really don't. I don't think it's small at all. I think this is a really nice size watch. And I really like the overall look of this. All right, so here we have the Baltic Hermétique on the Tropic style FKM. It does taper down a little bit narrower than I expected, but I really like this rubber strap overall. The look is really good, and this is what they commonly will advertise the watch on in marketing. So I think this is kind of the intended way that they expect everyone to buy and wear the watch. All right, so as far as what I like and dislike about the Baltic Hermétique, there's certainly a lot more to like than dislike in my opinion. The overall design and aesthetic of this watch is awesome. I really like this case shape and the double dome sapphire crystal, the applied lume markers and numerals there on the dial, the overall contrast and readability and legibility of the hands against that deep blue dial. I like that integrated crown, and I like the way that it kind of silhouettes the overall case shape and keeps it nice and clean. I also think it helps differentiate the watch against its competition. And they've also done a nice way of differentiating just kind of by leaning into that dive theme with the FKM Tropic rubber and also that beads of rice bracelet, which I normally would only see on dive watches rather than field watches. As far as points of criticism, I suppose that some people will say that hey, it doesn't have a date, or hey, it's a little bit expensive. Neither of those things are really criticisms of this watch more than they are points of preference or opinion. But the Baltic brand is certainly justified in charging what they're charging for this watch, in my opinion. I would definitely consider buying one for myself in this blue color. I think it's a really nice color. And yeah, what do you guys think? Is this a watch that you will be putting on your consideration list? Do you like Baltic as a brand? What do you think about the choice of a Miyota versus their micro rotor movement? And what do you want to see from Baltic next? But as always, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Leave your comments below. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions for me, I will definitely answer them. And I will see you in the next one.